Welcome to this special spring football edition of the Green Wave Report. I'm Doug Joubert. A little bit warmer and a little humid today as day 14 of Tulane Spring Football practice open. Temperatures around 73 degrees when things got started, but a lot of cloud coverage overhead helped to keep the temperatures down while holding in the humidity. Around a half dozen high school possible recruits and their families were on the sideline today to watch practice. Now this weekend, according to sources, the spring scrimmage set for Saturday morning at 9 o'clock in Yellman will have well over 60 high school recruits and families in attendance. A reminder for you, the spring scrimmage starts at 9 a.m. promptly. Here's a list of the various activities that will go on and what time they will happen. This is not what you would expect a spring game to be. Instead, it's more of a glorified practice session with some scrimmage drills sprinkled in. Interesting, early on, the kicking specialist had some extra jobs to do today. During early defensive drills, we saw deep snapper Jason Arredondo and kickers Zach Marini and Cooper Helmke helping the linebackers while they were doing dummy drills. Each of them would hold on to a tackling dummy as the drills progressed. It was sort of fun to see that going on. Amongst the walking wounded at practice today, in other words, guys wearing jerseys but no pads. On the defensive side, safety Jack Chinchu, who's still recovering from shoulder surgery offseason. Also not dressed in pads, cornerback LJ Green. On the offensive side, sophomore running back Jamari McClure, who we spoke to earlier, had surgery on both shoulders. Plus, wide receivers Gabe Daniels and Garrett Mamahat, both Chinchu and McClure, by the way, saying that they will be ready for fall practice. Today's interviews include head coach Will Hall, offensive coordinator Russ Calloway, whose family just welcomed their third child, wide receiver Oliver Mitchell, defensive lineman and South Alabama transfer Ed Smith, and quarterback Dagan Bruno.
Yeah, some really good back and forth. I thought our leaders really led. Boy, I thought Chris Rogers really flashed again. Golly, boy, is he a good player. And he's really made a conscious decision to fix some things that he can get better at, like approach to tackling, understanding where his help is, understanding he's not one man trying to tackle the ball. There's always somebody coming from his outside or his inside, and he can create a vice and maintain his leverage. I just think he's done a really good job of, intentionally getting better at that. Josh Sims is a young guy that continues to flash. Made a few plays today that I saw. I think we continue to get better at throwing and catching the deep ball. Caught a few more again today. I think we continue to get better at understanding what we're doing. I think we're pass proing. Since the day I sat in here with y'all, I think it was practice 7, 8, 9. I think after practice 9, I told you we've got to get a little bit. I think we've done that. Like pass pro the last few days has been really, really good. So I think we're making strides. And we're looking forward to Saturday, just so the fans know, and y'all can put it out there, man, it's going to be a really rugged, tough Tulane day. We'll do a lot of competitive drills. We'll do some special teams one-on-one drills. We'll do some special teams 2-on-1 competitive drills. We'll do some one-on-ones with the receivers and DBs in the red zone. We'll do some pass scale that goes all the way down into the red zone, 7-on-7. Then we'll do some team out in the middle of the field, driving it, full speed tackling. We'll do some red zone lockout, where you get points for stopping them on defense and points for scoring, like y'all seen it a bunch, but for our fans. So they'll get to see the full gamut of what a Tulane practice looks like. That's full speed tackle and highly competitive. And we'll go till we can't go anymore. We'll knock the crap out of each other, and we'll head into the off season. That's what I've kind of always done, just so the fans can see a little bit of everything instead of just splitting the team up. You end up short at some positions, and it's just you don't get better. Look, here's what I think. I think that we are allowed 15 opportunities to get better. I want to use day 15 to get better. I don't want to go out there on day 15 and just do a little of this, a little of that, and not take it. We're not there yet. Now, we got a chance. We got a chance to be really dadgum good, but we're not there, and we need to practice on Saturday, and we need to get better on Saturday and keep pushing forward towards winning another championship. I think when there's no in between, I think, number one, I just think the good Lord's blessed us, because you can get hurt in football in a walkthrough. You can get hurt walking across the street. So injuries happen. I think I think our strength program is phenomenal. I think Colin Kenyon does a great job. I think John Melia does an unbelievable job with their athletic training. I think our young men do a great job with their bodies and recovery. I think our nutrition's really good. I think that there's a lot that goes into it. And our guys know that we're going to go. We're going to practice. And like I said, it's a time-tested, true model that comes all the way through that Alabama system. And it's just what I believe we got to do to get better.
Some playing time?
Yes, definitely. He's competing to play. He is competing to play. He is competing for a role to play and help us win. Yes. Now, Trace is younger. He's got some more going to do, but boy, is he going to be a good player. But number one, we will play the best player we have at quarterback. And then from there, we will do whatever it takes for us to win that game that week. You know what I mean? If that's playing one quarterback, if that's playing five, we will do whatever it takes to win that game that week. And Trace is going to be a great player for us one day. How quick that happens, we'll see. The thing we told Trace when we recruited him is like, if you're the best player quickly, good for us. You beat everybody out, we're better. But the pressure for you to do that will not be there because we have some proven guys in the room. We're going to be a good football team whether he does that or not. And but boy, I love coaching that kid. Golly, like there's not a day that goes by that like when I walk in the room, me and Coach D'Angelo to coach him, that you're not just thankful that you get to coach that guy.
Again, yeah, it feels awesome. I really was kind of worried I wasn't going to make it, but I made it just in time. Showed up about 12 hours later, water broke, and then baby girl's here. So super excited. Davis Kate Calloway, by the way, shout out.
Okay, I was about to say, okay. So
Yeah, I mean, if we took a little break, I guess we got girl 12, a boy 9, and then kind of whoops, surprise, here we go. So it's kind of starting back over again. But I tell you, it's really neat watching my oldest daughter kind of take her under the wing and help mom out, and then my son, they're kind of getting involved. So I think it's kind of a valuable experience for them to learn to kind of grow up a little bit faster. So it's really, really cool. Yeah, I think it's like anything else. You get towards the end of the spring, and the install catches up with some of the younger guys, and then the execution goes down. And I think we kind of made a conscious effort this week of just, all right, hey, look, let's get good at these things this week. When we leave spring, this is what we got to get better at. And we've kind of mapped it out and said, hey, that's what we're going to do Saturday. We know in the season we're going to need these 5 or 6 things, and let's go rep them. So, yeah, I mean, really every time we take the field, we want to dominate. That's the goal. But I do think, more specifically, we want to see there's 2 to 3 guys that we want to kind of see elevate a little bit. We've had, like for instance, Destin Fat Hill. These last 4 practices, he has made tremendous strides. He don't even look the same from the first day one. And there's a couple guys like today, Ali stepped up. The backs have been consistent. So I just think it's putting those guys in those situations and then watching the ones rise to the occasion, so we can kind of find out who we are going into the summer. I've been in a lot of good places, been around a lot of good people. I think one of the things Coach Hall does a tremendous job of is no one is ever comfortable, right? So I think the constant pressure of competition is always keeping those guys fresh and sharp. And heck, like today, Zion did some things I ain't seen him do all spring, but it's because he's got guys that are right behind him, right there. Same with Caden, same with Bruno, same with Trace, and it's all spots. Like that's when you know that you're really cooking, is when guys are going into the room every day in the back of their mind, I'm not sure if I'm the starter today or not. Like it's going to be about how I perform. So I think that's ultimately a testament to Coach Hall and our recruiting department getting great players in here.
CAR, like our program, like it's one of those programs where like it's based off brotherhood. Like it's a player-led program. We got a lot of camaraderie on the team. So like having those guys back in the same building as you and like being able to play alongside them and make plays alongside them and knowing that you got people to count on, it's an amazing feeling. My freshman year, it was like a little step forward because I ain't redshirt that year, so I'm a true sophomore. Yeah. So I feel like that gave me a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge on like how to play the game, like get a good feel of the game. And like I feel like I'm playing at full speed, like I'm back in my comfort zone. Like I feel like I'm back in high school, just doing whatever I want. So I feel like my biggest asset is my hands. Like I feel like I have second to none hands. Like my hands are probably my best asset. I feel like once the ball is in my hand, it's not coming out. I don't care who you is. I feel like another big part of my game is my route running. I feel like if you're in front of me, you're cooked. Like right off the line. As soon as I get off the line, I know I'm gonna win a rep. So I love Coach Hall offense. Coach Hall offense is a quick game, a lot of tempo, fast pace. Like and when I was at Carl, like we ran like similar plays and like fast tempo offense and. It's just amazing, like especially playing underneath a guy like him, like calling plays and things of that nature. Like he a great offensive mind. Like he came from a great coaching background, and I just can't wait for the season to start so I could so to work and see how good this offense will be.
What was the deciding factor?
The deciding factor was really the culture and the players. They told me on my visit, I was told, this is a player-led team. Yeah, we listen to our coaches, but it's really the team morale is pushed through the players, and I was really a big fan of that.
No, and how much is the culture different here than at South Alabama? I mean, I talked to Dalton. He also came from there, and he talked about he thought it was a pretty big difference.
Yeah, it is. It's we're here at Tulane. We all got the same goal in mind. That's the championship, and that's the bottom line. We don't expect anything less. I do give a lot of credit to our offensive line. They push us to get better every day. It's a solid offensive line. And we, as a defensive line, we just strive to get better every single day with our technique, with our eyes, with our hands, with our feet, and our physicality. So, yeah, I feel like it's an iron sharpens iron deal.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's hard. You go from last 4, really my whole life, playing, and then you got to sit around, really sometimes not even practice. So, that is hard, but it's just about keeping your confidence. I feel like that's something I kind of lost the last couple of years without getting a lot of reps and everything. Now I'm getting my opportunity, building that confidence back up in myself and just having fun out there, really. I'm coming here to be a quarterback, so I want to throw the ball. And I know I can throw the ball. Even I did run the option at John Curtis, but of course we threw the ball a lot more when I was there. So that's something I feel a lot of people kind of just try to push me into the an option quarterback guy. So honestly, to be honest with y'all, I'm trying to break away from that a little bit and become a real quarterback that can go out there and operate and throw the ball around, make the right checks, and just do everything right. Yeah, it is. I love Hall. To be honest, I love Hall's offense. It's simplified, so we can push the tempo a lot. That's something we can really do if teams are struggling to handle tempo. And then you got the option to slow it down if they do handle the tempo right. And everything's really word based. So if things start with a C, it's got corners in it. So everything, it's really easy to learn, pick up on. And so it kind of takes a lot of the thinking out of it. Now you're kind of focused less on what you're doing and what the defense is doing and how to break them down.
This Saturday, the spring scrimmage here at Yelman Stadium. Everything starts at 9 a.m. with various practice sessions sprinkled throughout the drills. We'll have a complete report with extensive videos and interviews starting at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We'll see you then. I'm Doug Joubert.